In an old house in Paris that was covered in vines lived 12 little girls in 2 straight lines. In 2 straight lines they broke their bread and brushed their teeth and went to bed. I was 12 years old and I was playing Mr. Bemelmans in the local children's theater production of Madeline. He's the narrator and he's on stage the whole time. I really wanted to be Miss Clavel, but I was the oldest one in the theater class and I had just had a growth spurt, so I was cast as Mr. Bemelmans. They smiled at the good and frowned at the bad, and sometimes they were very sad. As the play went on, though, I started to feel like I had to go to the bathroom. Just a little bit at first, but slowly it got more intense. Weird, I didn't have anything to eat or drink before this. I really had to go, and I couldn't leave the stage. Shit. They left the house at 9:30 in 2 straight lines, rain or shine. I was really struggling. I crossed my legs. I got through it. As soon as the play was over, I ran upstairs to the bathroom. And nothing came out. No pee, no liquid, and I still felt like I had to go really bad. It's like my bladder was gaslighting me. My parents sent me to a specialty doctor called a urologist. He was my middle school bully. He was kind of like if Regina George from Mean Girls and Biff from Back to the Future had a baby. So it's just the urgency to urinate, that's all? Well, it could be interstitial cystitis, but if that's what you have, you're very lucky. Most people with IC have pain, and you don't have any pain, just discomfort. Have you tried just ignoring the feeling that you have to go? How old are you, 12? Because most people with IC are older men. Hardly any women have it, especially your age. So we'll have to do a hydrodistension to be sure that's what it is. Oh, we'll stretch her bladder and fill it with liquid to see what the cause is, if there's actually any irritation going on. Oh, so she'll just need to miss a day of school, but it's not a surgery. It's just a little procedure. What she's going through is very minor. Most of it is probably just anxiety. Yes, just as we suspected, interstitial cystitis. My parents loved traveling, so I still went on all their trips with them despite feeling like I had to pee constantly. If it would have been up to me, I would have lived in the bathroom. One of these trips was a ski trip, and it takes 5 minutes just to get a ski suit on and off to pee, so I stayed at the hotel while my parents were out skiing. Luckily, I was still able to scope out cute boys at the hotel jacuzzi. Even my interstitial cystitis couldn't keep me away from red flag males. This particular male was a 13-year-old who, I think he thought he was Brandon Lee from The Crow. Oh. Hey, what's up? Hey, how's your day going? My boyfriend broke up with me over the phone. It's my birthday. Damn. Well, my ex-girlfriend's dating my best friend. That sucks. My mom makes me go to church every Sunday and to youth group on Wednesdays. My mom's crazy religious too. Now she's dating a pastor. My dad thinks I have mental illness. I heard him talking to my aunt about it on the phone. I set my parents' garage on fire. Seriously? Yeah, that's why they brought me on this trip. They don't want to leave me at home alone. Well, I have an incurable bladder disorder. I mean, I don't like pee myself or anything. Want to make out? Yeah, boys were a distraction from the fact that I couldn't do most of the things that I used to do. Soccer, dance, rollerblading, softball, theater, it was all gone. I had to be close to a bathroom at all times. Okay, fine, you guys caught me. My IC was actually a great excuse to quit all sports. I mean, how many goth theater kids do you know who also play softball? Unfortunately, I did gain some weight due to this new sedentary lifestyle, and that was a major bummer. My parents and I used to get along really great, though, when I was a kid. Before all this, I was such a happy kid. I mean, had a great upbringing. I did start to develop some anxious behaviors early on, though. Probably because, well, I mean, I'm sure all parents argue. Jim, you ate my toast! I was saving that for breakfast! Go to hell! Nobody says go to hell anymore. It was so big in the 90s. I guess it's just because everybody knows we're already in hell now. So anyway, my mom would start yelling, and then my dad would just yell right back. I mean, that's how I remember it, but apparently I'm remembering it wrong. Yeah. But the way I remember it was something like, for God's sakes, Sherry, it's just a piece of toast. Are you really going to ruin the morning over a piece of toast? Jim, you always make me feel crazy. You know what? We should just get a divorce. You'd be happier off without me anyway. But you know what? My parents were always there for me. They even went to therapy with me. So, Christina, your father doesn't like that you wear black. How does that make you feel? It's fine, I guess. I just don't want my daughter dressing like she's going to a funeral every day. She understands that. She's fine with it, right, Christina? Christina, are you fine with it? She just wants us to feel sorry for her, so she's being dramatic. She's started hanging out with these friends and this boyfriend that we really don't approve of. They live in trailer parks and they don't try hard in school. Ever since she had to quit soccer and dance and, well, it's a long list, she's had all this free time and it's really not been good for her. Okay, my mom actually did have a point with that one. There was, an incident one day after school. I was making out with my boyfriend. He was, let's describe him as Robert Smith from The Cure. That was his general aesthetic. When the psychology teacher, of all people, approached us mid-face suck. What do you think you're doing? That behavior is completely inappropriate. Get off of each other right now. Other students can see you. But it's my boyfriend, and it's after school. I don't care if it's after school. You know we have a rule about public display of affection. That is completely disgusting. I'm calling your parents. That is so hurtful. How could you say to that? I should just fucking kill you. What did you say to me? I want to fucking kill you. I am calling the principal. Dad, drive! So I did threaten to kill the psychology teacher. It's all a bit of a blur. My father did not understand what was so urgent about this situation, even though Robert Smith explained to him that I'd really been struggling and I wanted to get on medicine for anxiety and depression. We dropped Robert Smith off at home, and as soon as we got back to our house, the cops were there for negligent parenting. Robert Smith had called them. So, if you were wondering how I ended up in therapy with my anti-therapy Midwestern parents, that is how. But Mom, these friends are the only good thing I have going right now. It's been really hard with my IC. Christina, you should be grateful. She's on a new trial medication. Most people can't afford that. And Christina, some people with your condition can do nothing but lie in a bath of vinegar all day. Most people have pain and worse symptoms, and you don't have any pain, but you're off cutting yourself. Why would you want to give yourself more pain? Christina, why do you think you self-harm? It's that boyfriend of hers. He keeps buying her these fucking knives. They were actually Wiccan ritualistic knives, just so you know. Christina, do you feel like you're encouraged to think freely at home? You know what? We have gotten so much out of this session, we don't even need the last 10 minutes. Oh. Christina, Jim, let's go. Oh. So, the real reason that I cut myself was because it was a distraction. If I could focus on the sharp physical pain, I wouldn't notice the constant discomfort of my bladder or my body or my life quite so much. Mrs. Curtis? Yes, this is Sherry Leonard, Christina's mom. You have her in history class. I'm calling to let you know that Christina has a problem with her bladder. Oh. So she might be running late to classes. Will she go in her pants? Gosh, I don't know, probably not. She can't tell when she has to go or not. Yes, it has been very stressful for her father and I. It's really been taking a toll on our whole family. She can hardly eat anything with this condition. We can't give her anything citrusy, anything peppery, anything caffeinated, anything carbonated, anything with red sauce, anything with white sauce. Gluten is a crapshoot. Oh. It's been incredibly difficult to plan meals. Yes, thank you for understanding. It has been hard on me, and I am her mother. Her father loves her so much, and she acts like he is the worst person alive. Yes, we tell her she needs to learn some respect, but she doesn't listen. All she cares about are her friends. We used to be so close, and now her friends are more important than us. We are her parents. Thank you. Now to call the prayer chain. So my teachers knew why I was running late to class, but I didn't want my classmates to know that it was because I was in the bathroom. Ew, gross. So I waltzed in there in my Morticia Addams getup. And as far as they were concerned, I was late to class because I was out in the hall practicing the hex that I was going to put on them. That's right, interstitial cystitis made me goth. Or maybe it's the fact that I had interstitial cystitis as an only child with no pets growing up in Omaha, Nebraska. Either way, the rest of high school was a lot better. The IC medication finally started to work. I wasn't cured, but I only had symptoms when I was stressed, during or before my periods, or if I ate too much of one of the red light foods. So I was able to go places and do things. I could have a normal life. I was so excited for everything to be easy now. I only went an hour away to college, but that was far enough for me to go to get away from my parents. I majored in theater, but really I majored in partying. Oh. I mean, I had my life back. What did you think I was going to do, study really hard? I went from being a straight A student to getting mostly C's and failing a class for the first time. I didn't get cast in any of the plays as a theater major my freshman year, but I wasn't too broken up about it because I was away from my parents. I would like to say thank you to my fellow theater majors, roommates, and partners in debauchery for this award of hardest partier 2 years in a row here at the Halfway House Party House. By the end of sophomore year, though, I started feeling pretty shitty about the fact that I wasn't getting cast in any of the plays. I mean, yeah, I blacked out on the weekends, but I worked really hard in my acting class, and I always thought I was talented. Maybe that wasn't true after all. The depression escalated into junior year. Something had to change. Dear Diary, I wish that I could feel good enough, like I deserved to be here, like I mattered. Then I saw Black Swan. I was at the theater with a couple of friends, and one of them offered me popcorn. I was about to take a handful when I looked at my hero, Natalie Portman, on screen, looking so beautiful, getting the lead role in the production, having such discipline, moving her body constantly, eating nothing but egg whites and grapefruit, and declining even a taste of frosting from the birthday cake her mom got her. I didn't pay attention to the rest of the movie. To the fact that she did eat the birthday cake and threw up afterwards. To the fact that she got so jealous of one of the girls in the dance company it drove her crazy. To the fact that her mental health was falling apart to the point of killing herself. All I thought was, maybe I could do that. I wished that I could be like this skinny, perfect, beautiful black swan. Well, be careful what you wish for. I started by declining the popcorn, which was the beginning of many years of me restricting my food. I started counting calories, skipping meals, and working out constantly. I would go to the gym for an hour every morning, even before ballet class. I had enrolled in ballet class because, well, obviously. I was so depressed I would sob through the whole ballet class. But it worked. I lost 20 pounds, and everyone noticed. Plus, it was fantastic because I got drunk so much faster when I was barely eating. Oh, hi. I know I was at the gym earlier, but I had some free time, so I thought I'd come back for an extra workout, because what the heck? I didn't have extra time. I was terrified of gaining weight. I was throwing up backstage during Shakespeare play rehearsals while wearing a corset, which, by the way, such a vibe. Unfortunately, it got to the point where I could barely eat without the impulse to physically purge, and it was still never enough. $104? What the fuck? I was 101.7 yesterday. Stupid. I need to stop eating after 4 p.m. And no matter what I did, as depressed as I was, I couldn't make myself cry in my acting class. No matter what I did, I couldn't make the tears come. Oh my God. My stupid Zoloft. My antidepressants are keeping me from being a good actress. Easy solution, I would stop taking them. I went from 200 milligrams to 0 overnight with no psychiatric supervision. I did my monologue the next week in class. The raven himself is horse who croaks the fatal entrance of Duncan under my battlements. Come, you spirits that tend on mortal thoughts, unsex me here. Fill me from the crown to toe top full of direst cruelty. Make thick my blood. Step up the access and passage of remorse that no compunctious visitings of nature may take my fell purpose nor keep peace between the effect and it. Come to my woman's breast and take my milk for gall, you murdering ministers, wherever in your sightless substances you wait on nature's mischief. Come, thick night, and pall me in the dunnest smoke of hell, that my keen knife know not the wound it makes. My theater professors were probably thinking, well, she's not ready for us to cast her. She's a mess. And I was thinking, oh my gosh, where's my Oscar? I checked the next week when the semester auditions went up. And all I got was a one-line part my senior year. And I would have to do my thesis on that. I went for a long run and thought about how pissed off I was at the university. Then I got home and dropped out of school. And then I called my dad to tell him what I did. You did what? I should be in LA right now, Dad. I would have to do my whole thesis on my own play. I would have to produce an entire play because I can't do my thesis on that stupid shit role they gave me. When am I ever going to use that useless skill of learning how to produce a play? I ended up re-enrolling in school with my tail between my legs. And I started seeing another therapist. This one kind of looked like Obi-Wan Kenobi. Prequel Obi-Wan, not original trilogy Obi-Wan. Do you think that you might be trying to control your food because you can't control anything else in your life? Is that why you dropped out of school? To try to regain some control? Wow, he really does have Jedi mind powers. You know, there's these groups you can go to for people with eating disorders. It might be helpful for you to talk about it with other people going through the same thing. Oh, can you just teach me to use a lightsaber? Yeah. I wasn't about to go to meetings. Ugh. But talking to Obi-Wan, I was able to stop throwing up for a while. I got back on antidepressants. And the rest of senior year went a lot better. I started gaining back a little weight. I started dating a nice guy. And I finally got cast in something great. The big school movie that they did every 3 years where they bring in a Hollywood director. I would be Debbie. We shot the film over the summer, and once it wrapped, I moved to LA. I was so happy to be free from Nebraska, from the university. I would be in LA where I was always meant to be. I was so excited for everything to be easy now. LA was great at first. I had a lot of acting opportunities. I had a restaurant job to pay the bills. And best of all, I was having fun. There was still that little voice in my head, though. $103? Fuck. I had a protein bar for breakfast instead of egg whites. Stupid, stupid. I bought a juicer, and juice would be my fuel instead of food. But I made it fun. I experimented with a variety of fruits and vegetables for beautiful, colorful juices, and they were themed. For the entire month of October 2014, I drank nothing but juice made of beets, carrots, and apples. I want to drink your blood. I was a vampire for Halloween. Oh, and red wine, because, you know, it also looks like blood. What? I was being festive. Shit. Where's my car? Right. Oh, right. Okay, so I developed this anti-drunk driving workout plan in college that I continued into LA. I mean, I still drove drunk sometimes. Who am I, Mother Teresa? But about 75% of the time, what I would do is I would leave my car at the bar or wherever I was out partying, get a ride home, and then the next morning, wake up, remember, hopefully, where I left my car, and be forced to jog to my car by the time that parking enforcement started ticketing, which was usually at about 7 a.m. and about an hour run. And one time when I lived in Nebraska, through a foot of snow. It was exhausting. Something had to change. So yeah, you called it. I started seeing another therapist. This one, his name was Albert. He doesn't really remind me of any characters from movies or books or any celebrities, so we'll just call him by his name, Albert. So it says here you have anxiety, depression, some history of an eating disorder, but that's mostly under control. No substance abuse issues? Nope. I mean, I did go to some 12-step meetings for alcohol a while last year, but I'm not an alcoholic. I had gone to meetings for about a month. I truly did not know that it meant giving up alcohol entirely. Oh. I really thought it was just a group that you went to sort of moderate your drinking. But everyone was really nice. I actually liked it. But then there was this one guy who was obsessed with me. Oh. And turns out you're not supposed to smoke weed either. Oh. So, yeah, I was like, fuck that. I'll just change some things in my life, and that will fix my drinking. So I moved to a new apartment, and I dyed my hair blonde. How many drinks would you say you have a day? About 4. I definitely had at least a bottle of wine a night, but I felt like 4 was a good answer for a therapist. That's quite a lot. A lot? I mean, I don't always have 4. Sometimes I have like 2, but I know I need to be careful. So here's what I'm thinking. Okay, so Wednesday morning I have an audition, so no drinks Tuesday night. Wednesday night I have a stand-up show, 2 drinks. Thursday, no drinks. Friday night I'm at home and nothing Saturday, so 2 drinks. Same thing Saturday, it's the weekend. And no drinks Sunday or Monday. Oh, and I know that if I ever do any hard drugs or if I do coke again, then that means I have a problem. So yeah, that's the plan. You really think that that will work? Definitely. That definitely did not work. I drank every single night and did coke the next week. Hi, I'm Christina, and I'm an alcoholic. They were really welcoming, just like I remembered. They took me out to lunch with them after meetings. I made friends. And they encouraged me to eat sugar, that it would help with the alcohol craving, so I stopped restricting my food as much. And the best part is there was always coffee. Christina, alcoholic. I'm almost a year sober and I'm really not feeling the blessings of sobriety. I'm gaining weight and my IC is acting up. It's this stupid bladder problem I had that was pretty much under control until now. I feel worse than before and my anxiety is so bad. It's probably all that sugar and coffee. I really wish that I could just smoke weed. That would make everything better. Oh. Thanks for letting me share. Oh. Oh, I miss this so much. Oh my gosh, I am so hungry. Oh my God, the munchies. I forgot about the munchies. Oh. Shit, I can't gain weight. The whole point was to not gain weight. I'll just work out more in the morning. Oh. Shit! Stupid! Why did I think I could smoke weed? That was so stupid. I should just be drinking. That's what I prefer to do anyway. God. Christina, compulsive overeater, bulimic, anorexic, and alcoholic. I'm all the fucking things. And then I got a call from my dad. Christina, are you still taking those pills for your bladder disorder? Yeah, Dad, why? Well, they found out there's been some pretty bad side effects. Okay, like what? Dizziness, nausea, eye problems. Okay, Dad, like what kind of eye problems? Blurry vision and blindness. I'd always been so scared of having to go off the medication that I'd been on my whole life. And here we were. I couldn't exercise over it. I couldn't eat over it. I couldn't drink over it, purge over it, smoke over it. I just had to go through it. I was back to going to the bathroom every hour of the day or every 20 minutes if I was drinking a lot of liquids or having a flare. A flare, refresher, a flare for me is during or before my periods, if I'm stressed or when not on the medication, if I eat any of the red light foods. So ends up being about half the month. I was dating somebody at the time who was not the most supportive. Think Anakin Skywalker from Revenge of the Sith. That's the one where he lets Padme die and turns into Darth Vader. Why are you crying? I'm just having a really bad flare. I feel like I have to go to the bathroom constantly. I'm worried it's going to be like when I was a kid again. Well, there's a bathroom right there. What's the problem? You're just really insecure. Oh. Would all of my boyfriends be like that? And how many of them would just think that it was straight up gross? I broke up with Anakin. I did spend the night with a few guys after that, after I went off my medicine, but I just made sure that I didn't eat or drink anything for several hours before bed. So I would still have to go to the bathroom a few times, but it wouldn't be the usual 12 times a night. It made sexy time kind of awkward, though. I want you so bad. Oh, wait, actually, I really have to go to the bathroom. I'm sorry, I'll be right back. Oh, fuck. Come on. Okay, all right, I'm back. Oh, wait, actually, I have to go again. I'm so sorry. Come on. Okay, here we are. I knew I was no fun. Nobody was going to want to deal with that long term. But you know what? I should be focusing on my career anyway. I started following the IC diet more strictly again. That's the eating plan that I did as a kid. So no gluten, nothing tomato-based, nothing dairy-based, nothing citrusy, nothing peppery, nothing coffee, nothing caffeinated, nothing carbonated, nothing peppery. I mean, I still had some coffee, but I followed most of the rules. And to make it easier for myself, I ate the same thing for breakfast, lunch, and dinner every day. I was still following my 12-step food plan of 3 meals and 2 optional snacks. I wasn't skipping meals and I wasn't throwing up. But I got really used to my safe foods. Oh, hey girl. Lunch tomorrow? You know what? It's really nice out. Can we just do a hike? I became terrified of going out to lunch or dinner with friends or on dates, and vacations scared me because of eating out. But you know what? I just wouldn't be the kind of person who traveled. Besides, I would be saving money, and I should be focusing on my career. Plus, I was losing weight. Maybe it was good that I had to follow the IC diet. It was for the best. Then it was Christmas. I was spending it with a friend and her family. I was so excited, but I had coffee before, and sparkling water, and tomato juice. 3 no-nos for IC. Maybe 1 would have been okay, but not 3. Ugh. Worst flare in a long time. And then a couple weeks after that, I had a stand-up show out of town in the middle of nowhere. I couldn't find a bathroom anywhere, and I really had to go. So I peed in a Halloween candy dish that I found in the trunk of my car. I joked about it with my friends, but I felt so gross and ashamed. Why am I such a freak? I feel like I'm 12 years old again. I thought that this was over. I have given up so much. Drinking, throwing up, even smoking weed. Where's my reward? Where's the boyfriend? Where's the dream acting role? Oh, but my incurable bladder disorder is back. Thanks, God. After some crying and complaining, some yelling and screaming, I finally came to accept that I have a chronic condition. I joined a Reddit group and a Facebook group for people with IC, which was helpful in feeling less alone, but also very confusing because of all the contradictory opinions. Don't eat grapes, that'll cause a flare. Don't wear tight pants, that'll cause a flare. Don't take a bath, that'll cause a flare. Marshmallow root helps flares be better. Marshmallow root makes flares worse. Oh. Childbirth cured my IC. Childbirth caused my IC. What the actual fuck? So now I was afraid to eat grapes, take a bath, wear tight pants, have children, and I have a whole cupboard full of marshmallow root supplements that I'm afraid to ever take. I got off Facebook and Reddit, and I decided that I would give up coffee, which doctors always said was the worst culprit anyway. Dear coffee, it's not you. It's me. I will miss you so much. I have always loved you. I look forward to you every morning. During my alcohol recovery, you helped keep me sober. During my food recovery, you helped keep me from binging. I never worry about you making me gain weight. But you are killing me from the inside. You're a trickster, coffee. Goodbye. And I started doing bladder training, which is when you keep a journal of every time you pee, which becomes very depressing when you realize that you're going to pee 22 times a day. The last time I did bladder training was when I was a kid, and my parents forced me to do it. But I really have to go. We want you to wait and see how long you can hold it. It's a test. Well, how long do I have to wait? Just see how long you can wait. But I have to go now. Why couldn't my parents have had some sort of reward system, you know? Like, oh, 45 minutes is a long time, honey. Here's some earrings from Claire's. Fuck bladder training. I got some data. I learned that switching from coffee to matcha helped me to have to go less urgently, but it didn't cure my condition. So I added coffee back in sparingly. And after a few weeks, I stopped the stupid fucking bathroom diaries. And I started living my life again. I had been focusing so much on my IC that it was making my IC worse. I was giving it so much power when there were so many other things in my life. I didn't know what I was going to focus on, but it wasn't going to be my IC. I wasn't going to be in denial of it either, but I don't know, maybe there was like a happy medium? Then one day, I saw this profile on Instagram of this woman named Callie. She's a dietitian and she has IC, and a whole community of other IC warriors. Women that also have IC, most of them young women. Remember that really smart doctor who said that mostly only older men had IC and hardly any young women had it? Callie posted a video about how the IC diet has caused so much food fear, how restricting your diet can often cause more harm than good, how not everyone with IC even is diet sensitive, how finding your root cause can be helpful, and how often it's nervous system regulated or pelvic floor related and doesn't even have to do with food. So I started by regulating my nervous system, by de-stressing. I started doing breath work once a day and trying to eliminate stress overall. I realized that I should probably start to add some more foods back in, but what if I gained weight? I would deal with that later. So then I went to work at a detox where I was facilitating improv. The group room was connected to the kitchen, and the chef greeted me right away. He had the best smile I'd ever seen. Hi, chef. Do you know where the bathroom is? Yeah. I was so over asking any cute guy where the bathroom was. I was over any embarrassment. I had been doing that for years at this point. I texted my girlfriend. Oh my gosh, the chef here is so cute. She responded, Ha 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 ha. You could never date a chef. You eat the same food every day. She had a point. But every week I went to the facility, and every week we talked about our family, spirituality, our hobbies, Star Wars. It became the best part of my week. Oh well. I continued to work on my recovery, doing my 12-step meetings, my auditions, my acting class, breath work, and a new loving workbook called The Artist's Way. I realized that I had to stop beating myself up, desperately trying to control every single thing in my life. I had to stop trying to be the black swan. Ready with the whip every time I didn't do the perfect job in acting class, or eat the perfect thing, or beating myself up if I went to the bathroom a bunch of times in a row. I had to learn to accept and manage the flares with my bladder and my life. I had to learn to stay calm no matter what happened, and love myself no matter what. I don't think I can eat anything here. The internet says that Indian food is bad for IC. The chicken tikka will be okay? Are you sure? Okay. I trust you. The chicken tikka was okay. It was actually great, and it didn't cause a bladder flare. He was right. He, being the chef who is now my boyfriend. I really wanted to wrap this show up into a nice little bow for you guys, but the truth is that's not life. Is my IC cured? Nope. Still no cure. But it's more manageable today. I don't eat the same things every day. In fact, I've tried food that I didn't try even before my IC diagnosis. I started seeing a urologist for the first time in 20 years and a pelvic floor physical therapist for the first time in my life. Is it helping? I honestly don't know yet. Hopefully. But I'm trying to not be so afraid, to not control everything, to let life in, to let love in. Dear Diary, today I feel good enough, like I deserve to be here, like I matter.